Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Universal Orlando Resort. And we don't really talk about Universal Orlando, but we do talk about pop culture on this channel. And there's something big coming on August 1st.
An announcement's coming.
An announcement is coming. We think we know what it is, and Disney should be very, very, very worried.
If it is what we think it is, they really need to be concerned.
So, before we get into the video, thank you so much to everyone who has supported the channel over the last month or two. You guys have been great. The channel's blowing up. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Geeky appreciates your subs.
I do.
So what are we looking at here? Something epic is coming to Universal.
I'm trying to see what that is. It's just
like
an
a
outline.
compass.
Yeah, that's like a compass.
It looks like a logo, and it looks like a logo I've seen before.
Oh, you've seen this logo before?
I have seen this logo before. So, what is the one brand, the one IP in the world that actually could give Disney a run for their money? Don't say Star Trek.
I was gonna say Star Trek. I was trying to get some feminine. She-Ra.
Oh, She-Ra. That's right. Yeah,
they already own.
That's right. She-Ra Land is coming to Universal Orlando. Alita Land. We need Alita Land.
Well, that would be a good thing. But I'm just saying.
No, in all seriousness, we think it is going to be the formal announcement of Nintendo coming to Universal Orlando. This has been rumored for quite some time. It's pretty much a given that they were going to do it. They have announced it already in Universal Japan. It's coming. And this should keep Disney executives awake at night because...
Is this the one for Tokyo or for Japan?
This model is, they believe, the one for Universal Florida.
Oh, because I'm loving the castle.
Yeah. So they're going to put some bucks into this. So here's the thing. They don't have room right now for Nintendo in either of Universal's parks. So the story is they're going to build a third gate.
Right.
Okay, that's what we think this logo actually is.
Because wasn't it supposed to be like the worlds or something? What's it called?
Fantastic Worlds.
Fantastic Worlds, which would be a compass.
Right, which is going to have more Harry Potter, Nintendo,
what was the other one?
possibly Star Trek, some other stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they were talking about it.
Because I know there was going to be some different properties they were talking about, not just Nintendo.
No, but Nintendo is absolutely going to be the headlining property. So it will be a third theme park for Universal. They do have 2 gates right now, and then they have the water park, which they try to push off as being another theme park, but it's not.
It's a water park.
It's a water park. Come on. But yeah, so they're thinking on August 1st, they're going to officially announce the third park, which will include Nintendo. And this could be a huge blow for Disney, especially since they're announcing it, just a year or two out from their 50th anniversary. Disney's making a big deal about their 50th anniversary at Disney World, and they're doing all this construction, all this new stuff.
That's when like Tron's going to open and all that.
Right, Guardians of the Galaxy and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, Universal's like, oh, okay, we got Nintendo.
Yeah.
And, there have been numerous studies where they've actually showed that kids today know Mario before they know Mickey Mouse.
Probably true.
Yeah, so that's how culturally relevant Nintendo is. So if anything can knock Disney down a peg or two, it's going to be Nintendo. We've already seen them do it with Harry Potter, which the film franchise isn't what it used to be.
No.
But even the rides are still packing them in.
Oh, yeah, when they had the Hagrid coaster, 3-hour wait. Oh, no, 10-hour wait.
10-hour wait. The
10-hour wait. No, a couple days for Hagrid's coaster. But then meanwhile, they can't get anybody to show up to Galaxy's Edge and Disneyland.
Yeah. So this is going to be a huge blow. I think Disney knows it's coming, but it looks pretty freaking cool. I mean, look at this.
I mean, this is what we're hearing it is.
Yeah. So again, this is what we think the announcement is going to be. And if that is the case, then Universal is going to bring people there, gamers there. I could see them doing like Nintendo World Championship there.
Well, wasn't Disney one of the things they were doing? Weren't they trying to bring some of the gaming? They were going after the e-games, with their esports and stuff. They were trying to do that. I can see them going after the same thing, with this.
Yeah, and Disney, look, if Disney could get their hands on Nintendo, they would absolutely do it.
They tried to get Harry Potter and they dropped the ball.
They did. Actually, yeah, it's a true story. Disney had the opportunity to bring the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to Disney. They did not get along well with J.K. Rowling. They wanted to do it their way, and she's like, it's my book. We're going to do it my way. So Nintendo, I mean, this is impressive. Look at this.
I think that's what it's impressive to start, but I think that's going to be turned. What it looks like here and what it actually will be aren't always the same thing. Like a lot of times they have to take things out to meet budget, meet time, whatever. But this is like the wish list.
This is the wish list, the blue sky. They usually call it the blue sky concept. This is really cool. Now I've heard that the rides they were going to have there, they were going to have a Mario Kart attraction.
Makes sense.
Yeah, which is like a racing simulator of some kind. And, it looks really cool. I mean, I'm sorry, this is going to be, they have like a Donkey Kong land. Look at this. Donkey Kong's Treehouse. I'm sorry, if I were a kid today, I would go here before I go to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy. The Minecart Madness roller coaster. Yeah, they're talking about doing a roller coaster like Hagrid's. It was going to be a minecart coaster. They were going to have a Mario Kart ride, and I can't remember what the other one was off the top of my head, but this looks really cool. This looks really, really cool. So Disney should absolutely be worried about this, and that's just part of this third gate. There's more info on this.
Well, there have been documents and things. So this is a more recent article, isn't it?
This is actually just from a day or two ago.
This is Orlando Weekly.
Yes, Orlando Weekly, and they're usually pretty accurate. They have a lot of rumors.
That was
and stuff
yesterday,
out there.
actually.
This was yesterday. So they said on Thursday morning, Universal Orlando will hold a press conference at the Orange County Convention Center for a major announcement. I love this part. The announcement will take place just ahead of Disney's D23 Expo in August.
That's why they're doing it now.
Where their own major plans for a WDW are expected to be confirmed. Yeah, they're going to supposedly confirm more plans for Epcot.
They always do this in
stuff, yeah.
D23. They always have panels where they talk about what's going forward, what they're doing, that kind of thing. So it doesn't make sense they do it right before, like a week or two before D23. So
yeah, so they're going to try to steal Disney's thunder because this is the last.
They might with this.
This is the last. Well, they'll have one more D23 before the 50th anniversary in October of 2021. But if they announce Nintendo, you know what's going to happen, right? If people only go to Orlando once every couple of years, Star Wars is not going to bring them there. They're going to wait until they can go to Nintendo too. And they're like, let's go to Nintendo.
Or they're going to split their time. Before they would just go to Disney and that's it. Now they're going to be like, well, I'm going to go to Universal too. Or before, some people do that, but a lot of people just pick one or the other, and usually Disney wins out. Yeah. So I think this is going to definitely put a little, wrench in the plans for Disney.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Hagrid coaster makes them look bad because, again, it's based on the last Harry Potter movie, not counting the Fantastic Beasts, but the last Harry Potter movie was out like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And people are still lining up to ride this just a roller coaster, whereas you have this like multi-million bajillion dollar Falcon simulator and nobody seems to care. That's a bad look. And Nintendo's gonna definitely be a huge black eye for them. There are plenty of projects in the works at Universal Orlando. They're going to build a new coaster in the current Jurassic Park area. So there's more going on than just Nintendo. And they're going to have a Jason Bourne themed stunt show. So they think Thursday they're going to announce this third park. They bought the land for it.
Yeah, the lands are bought, and they said they've been building a bunch of new hotels at Universal, which is true. And actually, they've been doing hotels that I would consider value resorts as compared to what Disney.
Yeah, and that's another thing too that we talked about Disney and how it's gotten so expensive now. They just built a new hotel, the Surfside Hotels, and you can get rooms for under $100 a night on property. Mm-hmm. Disney, you're lucky if you can get a room for under $250 a night.
Well, the values you can, but it's not much under. It's like $170 now or something like that. It's ridiculous anymore.
So this is rumored to be named Fantastic Worlds. Right. I have seen this Compass logo before. There were some leaked documents. Now, we used to run a theme park website. Mm-hmm. Long story, not with that website
Long story short, we don't run the website anymore because for choices that weren't our own.
Yeah, let's put it that way. Let's
put it that way. Partnerships aren't always partnerships, and even if you're told that it is one, and so choices that were not in our control.
Choice is out of our control. But anyway, I have seen this logo before. That Compass logo is the Fantastic Worlds logo that was leaked probably 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago because we did a story on it there.
Yeah, so the new theme park will be its best hits presentation of NBC Universal's intellectual properties. That's what everything's about now. The previously mentioned public document show and access road circuit and blah, blah, that's pretty boring. But what they're talking about is how they're going to have more Harry Potter. They're going to have more Nintendo and more of whatever other IP, but it's basically going to be more Harry Potter because we can't just have that one park. We can't just have Harry Potter Land. We have to spread it out all 3
What they're
gates.
doing, the reason it looks like a compass is because they're talking about here. Inspired by Diagon Alley, each land was supposed to be accessed via a portal that blocks visibility into the land. Okay, so they're going to have different openings, but there's these portals that you're going to enter into these areas, which we've heard before. Hence the compass like type look to their logo.
Right, and that's cool too, because sometimes it does, Disney World, they've got the hub, but when you're standing in Adventureland and you can see Tomorrowland's, it kind of takes you out of it. This way, they're going to segment off the different areas, but they also said there's a financial reason for it, because if you can segment off a land, you can like rent those lands out for private parties. And they do that at Disney World. You can rent out Pandora, you can rent out Toy Story Land, any of the newer lands that they built. I'm sure they'll do it with Star Wars too, where you can just rent the whole land out.
This is interesting. There's a convention center there, because it says the location of the convention center would make the new park a desirable after-hours venue. Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. So could you imagine? Okay, there we go, guys. It's going to be our first major Clownfish meetup. We're going to rent out Nintendo Land.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll rent out all of Nintendo Land for like umpteen kajillion dollars, and you guys can all come and we'll ride the Mario Kart ride.
Sure.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
He's joking, by the way. I better clarify.
Am I? I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool, but it would be a lot of money.
So, yeah, they're talking about they might even have a classic Monsters Land.
Well, that makes sense, because with what they do with Halloween Horror Nights and stuff, which we're going to talk about shortly, that makes sense. There, you said Star Trek. You talked about that.
They said Star Trek's a possibility, but Star Trek.
Lord of the Rings, I've heard several times.
I've heard that. Now, if they build a Lord of the Rings land, one, that would be badass, because they've already knocked it out of the park with Harry Potter. If they do Lord of the Rings, that'd be awesome. But the only thing I'm asking for is that they have a French fry stand called Tater's Precious.
Tater's Precious. I agree. That'd be great.
Then people could be like, "What's Tater's Precious?" Oh, it's right over. It's right over there.
Or no, they'd be saying, "Where's Tater's Precious?"
Where's Tater's Precious? It's right over there.
I've heard that before, but they said neither one of that's been greenlit. But we've heard the Lord of the Rings rumor for a while.
Yeah, and here's the land where it's supposedly going to be. Now, talking about the classic monsters. Now, here's the interesting thing about Universal. Now, Disney owns like so much, but it seems like all these other companies now are kind of teaming up with Universal to take down Disney. Mm-hmm. So Universal does not own Nintendo. They do not own Netflix. They don't own Sony Pictures. But look, like their Halloween Horror Nights, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna bring this up.
Freaking awesome. But they've got not just the Universal monsters, but the Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. Ghostbusters coming this year.
Ghostbusters is based on 1984 Ghostbusters as well.
The original 84
It's going to be based on the original 84 Ghostbusters, and they announced it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks ago.
That they're doing a Ghostbusters, they call them mazes. So they're doing a Ghostbusters maze. They're doing a Stranger Things. I think it's going to be based on season 2 and 3, I think. Mm-hmm. Killer Clowns from Outer Space they have. The Universal Monsters. But Halloween Horror Nights is like, if you have a choice where to go, that's where you'd recommend.
Yeah, if you're going to do one, I'm going to tell you the truth, and this is the God's honest truth. If you're going to do one Halloween event in Orlando, go to Halloween Horror Nights.
I mean, it's
awesome.
depending. If you have little kids, of course, you're probably going to want to go to Not So Scary. I personally like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because I like Disney stuff and I'm a wuss. But
I like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
But you and Squid King went to this last year.
We did, and we got chased around by chainsaw killers, and all the rides were walk-on. Now, we did have to wait 2 hours to get in Stranger Things, but it was
That's still not bad, though.
It was worth it, though. It was badass. It was a really good house. Ghostbusters, I'm excited
about that one a lot.
So I'm like, okay, so they're building this new land. It's possible. If they work out, there could be like a Ghostbusters ride, a Ghostbusters land. Could you imagine, like the firehouse?
Well, wouldn't surprise me with Sony trying to make it a universe or something with the Ghostbusters. I mean, as long as it was based on the good ones, not the one we shall not speak of.
Right, but they've got a new movie coming out. What better time to... Because, look, the 84 film is always going to be great. It's always going to be a classic. What better time to announce a Ghostbuster-themed land? Mm-hmm. Like New York, 1984, than during, so that's possible. I mean, it's interesting to see that, like, all of Disney's enemies are sort of teaming up.
The enemy of my enemy.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that's what's going on here. Like all these Netflix, Disney's enemy. Sony is, even though they're working together on Spider-Man, still kind of Disney's enemy. Absolutely Universal is Disney's enemy, and they're all going to kind of get together. Nintendo, they're all going to get together and try to take down the mouse.
They were talking too. I don't know if this is still in the works. Weren't they doing some kind of like a train or a shuttle? No, like a monorail around Orlando, and one of the stops was going to be Universal.
Yeah, they talked about
that. I don't know if it's still in talk, but
there was talk at one point about there being some kind of an Orlando monorail that would take you everywhere but Disney. So basically all of the non-Disney destinations,
like SeaWorld and
SeaWorld, Universal,
yeah.
You know, all the other theme parks.
It would be like a loop.
Orlando Eye,
but
you know.
I think that never, I mean, that was in talk, but I don't think everyone passed talking. So, I don't know.
I'm excited about this, though. I think this is, I mean, look, this...
Of course, it's all speculation. We will not know until Thursday.
No, so if Thursday it comes back and we're wrong, then you can be like, I told you so, because we know you will.
And if we're wrong, we're wrong. Sometimes we're wrong, and that happens.
I don't think we're wrong.
But we'll see what happens.
I don't think we're wrong.
We've seen some leaked stuff before this, which we don't have up here, but we've seen leaked documents and things, and I really think this might be what they're going to announce.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, again, kids, they're going to beg their parents to go to Nintendo instead of Star Wars.
I know, my nephew would be all about this, and he'd be all about, you know, the Ghostbusters, because that's like totally his thing. So yeah, they should do in honor of my nephew, and because it would be awesome. They should do a haunted house with Luigi's Mansion.
They should.
It should be the haunted mansion, you know, rival.
They could do it.
They would. If I were them, Universal, if you're listening to this, something to consider: a Luigi's Mansion. That would be like the haunted mansion, but Luigi style. I just putting it out there.
I think that would go better than the Donkey Kong area, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I think it looks exciting. I'm actually. I'm really pumped about this. We love theme parks, and we love Nintendo, and to actually see a Nintendo theme park.
And you like Universal quite a bit. So.
I do like Universal quite a bit. So, you know, it's looking more and more like Disney is actually going to have a legit rival, because before it was like, okay, you spend a day at Universal, and then you spend the rest of the week at Disney. Now it's going to be like, no, Universal is the destination, and if we have time, we'll go check out that new Star Wars thing. But mostly we're going down here for Nintendo, for Harry Potter, for whatever else.
Is this here, this Yoshi Omnimover ride? Is that what this is here?
I think that's a Yoshi Omnimover, yeah.
Is this
like
for
a dark
Japan,
ride.
or is this Singapore?
I think they're all going to be the same. The last I heard that they were going to basically clone the land.
For the Mario part, anyway.
For the Mario part,
okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
And then eventually that they might do like some Zelda
You're more
stuff
up on this than I'm more on the Disney. I'm more up on the Disney stuff. You're more up on this stuff. So
yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. Let's look here real quick. Yeah, so we have basically a dark ride, like, you know, Haunted Mansion or whatever.
Super Nintendo World is a highly themed land coming to Universal theme parks around the world, including Japan, Hollywood, Orlando, and Singapore. As long as you're not doing that,
oh my god,
I hate that thing. It drives me crazy.
I don't know. I think this is awesome.
There's a track and everything. They have plans for the track.
Yeah, they have plans for the plaque and the track and everything.
Plans for the track.
Plans for the
not trans for the plaque. That's a whole other thing.
Trans for the plaque.
Plans for the track.
Plans for the track. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. This looks pretty cool, and they're definitely throwing some bucks at this. So I don't know. Disney, I'm telling you, this looks more inviting than Star Wars right now.
I agree.
And I think it's gonna have a bigger audience than Star Wars because Disney has effectively killed the Star Wars brand. But Nintendo...
Or severely maimed it anyway.
Yeah, severely maimed it. Nintendo never dies. Nintendo's like zombie. It never dies. Nintendo's
still
always...
saying Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion.
I would love that. I would totally go to see that. Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
All right, guys, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV, and we will talk later.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hey, guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.